Hello, everyone, and welcome to AI Talks, where we discuss important topics around AI adoption with relevant experts. I'm your host, Dustin Gallegos, the CEO of Chameleon, an innovation team whose mission is to help enterprises adopt Gen AI successfully. Today, we're discussing one of the most critical aspects of Gen AI for enterprises, which is risk and compliance. And with me, I have George Rozo, a senior program manager in Microsoft and an expert in AI risk and compliance. George also has a unique set of experiences working for enterprises for a number of years. It's really a pleasure to have you here, George, with us.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. So to begin with, let's talk about what is risk and compliance when it comes to AI. What does that mean, George?
Yeah, of course, I'd love to share that with you. AI compliance and risk management involves ensuring that AI systems adhere to legal, regulatory, and ethical standards while mitigating potential risk associated with their deployment. This includes implementing policies and controls to manage data privacy, security, bias, and transparency. The goal is to build trustworthy AI systems that operate within the bounds of applicable laws and ethical guidelines, thereby minimizing risks to individuals and organizations.
So what are the risks associated with AI? Why is it that people should be concerned about these risks?
Yeah, so typically the risks associated with AI include, first of all, security risk, as AI systems can be vulnerable to cyber attacks, such as data breaches and adversarial attacks, which can compromise sensitive information and system integrity. Also, bias and fairness, as there's a risk to inadvertently perpetrate or amplify biases that can present themselves in training data, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. As always, privacy risks are present when using large data sets, often containing personal information, raising concerns about data privacy and the potential misuse of sensitive information. A very interesting risk given today's environment, especially in media, is disinformation and hallucination. So AI systems, especially those generating content, can produce false or misleading information, which can have serious consequences. And lastly, but also important, operational risk. The complexity of AI systems can lead to unexpected failures or errors, impacting business operations and decision making.
Okay, thank you so much, George. So how can companies manage this type of risk? And can you give me an example of how they have done it?
Yeah, so one real life example of AI being used in the business setting is the implementation of a custom co-pilot solution, which I was a part of, for enabling a support team. So this specific AI product was designed to provide tailored responses based on selected files, making it adaptable for different audiences. This enabled a team of experts quickly tap into vetted resources to get tailored answers to customer questions. So AI solutions do not have to be complicated to be implemented and serve a purpose, but they don't. As long as they meet a goal, right? So but we must always ensure that the risks are mitigated. For what we can take several steps, such as establishing a dedicated data work stream led by an expert to ensure accurate data management and maintenance for the solution is maintained, so you have a reliable source data. Also, we must work closely with engineering teams to implement robust security measures, including input-output sanitization, and adhere to internal standards for security and policies and encryption. Mm-hmm. As I mentioned earlier, bias is a risk, so through testing and validation, identify and address any biases in the AI model, ensuring fair and unbiased responses. So this is why it is important that you use an AI solution which follows the most stringent regulations from the get-go, but those are easy to find from out-of-the-box solutions, such as those products that are offered by Microsoft and Microsoft Copilot, and also other vendors. Additionally, one should document the maintenance process for the sources of truth and provide clear guidelines for the use of the custom Copilot, ensuring transparency and accountability. Mm-hmm. So this is why it is key to have the right team and operational model established in your org for implementation of new technologies such as AI and also other technologies such as the cloud. A lot of customers are still deploying to the cloud, even though that's kind of a little bit past news. All these measures have helped me and others build reliable and trustworthy AI solutions to empower an organization while mitigating potential risk associated with its deployment.
So can you tell us some best practices around building a good compliance company around AI?
Yeah. So it's important to have a strong AI governance framework. Companies should focus on transparency, accountability, and continuous monitoring. Those main three things. This involves establishing clear policies and procedures for AI development and deployment, ensuring compliance with relevant regulations, and fostering a culture of ethical AI use. That's very important. That's done through a lot of training and just creating an overall good culture. Best practices for AI governance and compliance include implementing robust data management practices, conducting regular audits, and providing ongoing training for employees. Tools like Microsoft Purview and Grammarly's Responsible AI Principles can help assess and mitigate AI risk by offering frameworks for safe AI adoption and compliance with emerging legislation. So some out-of-the-box compliance solutions that come with your AI product have assessment templates that can help you assess compliance with different standards, such as ISO and FedRAMP. Customers will often seek assurance that any solutions, not just AI, is compliant and safe. So many products today in the market will provide documentation and support to help answer such detailed and common questions, such as is a customer data being used to train an AI model, or what kind of controls are in place in the solution to mitigate this. Managing and reducing AI risk effectively requires a proactive approach, including identifying potential risk early, implementing mitigation strategies, and continuously monitoring AI systems for any issues. Companies should also involve diverse stakeholders in the AI development process to ensure that different perspectives are considered, so which can help address ethical concerns and promote fairness. By engaging a wide range of stakeholders, organizations can better understand the societal impact of their AI systems and make a lot more informed decisions.
So what can companies do to prepare themselves to stay compliant and to mitigate risk in this era of AI?
Yeah, so the field of AI is rapidly evolving. As you know, like the newer technologies evolve even faster than the previous technology. And who knows, whatever new technology comes out might be moving even faster. So when it comes to AI, we're heading towards a future where AI will play an even more integral role in various industries. Companies must stay ahead by continuously updating their AI governance frameworks and compliance strategies. To keep their teams updated on AI compliance, organizations can implement regular training sessions, workshops, provide access to resources like a product's Responsible AI Resource Center, or any Responsible AI principles. For example, more like a practical example, organizations can establish AI compliance think tanks or centers of excellence, which can be used to emphasize strategic thinking and collaborative problem solving in AI compliance. Such groups can help ensure that teams are well informed about the latest developments and best practices in AI compliance. As new AI solutions are released, an organization should be able to assess the solution for risk and compliance quickly to be able to deploy it to maximize benefits and bring those benefits to their customers as soon as possible. So to prepare for the future of AI compliance, companies should focus on building robust AI governance frameworks that prioritize, as I mentioned earlier, transparency, accountability, and continuous monitoring. They should also invest in tools that often come with their products already, that can be used to provide templates to assess and manage AI risk effectively. And additionally, involving diverse stakeholders in the AI development process is very crucial for this. So, for instance, the Responsible AI Impact Assessment Guide supports teams that are working through ethical AI development and guidance, FAQs, examples, activities, and case studies. By taking these proactive steps, organizations can build trustworthy AI systems that operate within the bounds of applicable laws and ethical guidelines. And just finally to add, like AI can also help with compliance itself for the future of your business. It can also help you enhance compliance efforts by automating and streamlining various processes. That in itself is making you a little bit more compliant. Just like a quick example of that, you can use AI to monitor and analyze vast amounts of data to identify potential compliance issues in real time. So, you can use AI compliance to, or ensure that your AI is compliant to make your processes compliant themselves. So
Yeah.
there are examples of tools out there like Microsoft Compliance Manager, Azure AI Studio, Grammarly, Google. They all have some sort of solution available to you. So
Yeah.
as for the future, like on the regulatory landscape, that's evolving very quickly. A lot happening in Europe. The United States, there are talks about deregulating or regulating. Who knows if that'll apply to AI? But always got to be on the lookout. That's why it's important to have a good center of excellence or think tank within your organization.
Well, thank you so much, George, for being here with us. This has been, at least to me, a very useful conversation, a lot of good insights, and I hope that everyone out there also takes advantage of this valuable information. George, we look forward to perhaps having you here in the future to continue to update us as to the landscape of risk and compliance in AI.
Thanks for inviting me. Happy to support.
All right. Thank you, everyone up there. And we look forward to making one more episode of AI Talks here at Chameleon.tech. Bye-bye.
Bye.